Hello, and thank you for joining us for, as I always say, a bit of escapism, a laugh, possibly, as we discuss what's been happening on Raw and SmackDown over the past week. We're only ever honest with our opinions. There is no rage bait, no selling of anything, no Oscar-style shouting or asking for Patreon subs. All we ask is that you hopefully enjoy what we bring. So, as always, without further ado, begin that intro. You can just ad-lib that SmackDown last week, so you can be like, as always, or... Okay, ready?
Yes.
Hello, I'm Michael.
I'm Sally. Let's start with SmackDown last week. Damian Priest and R-Truth beat JC Mateo and Tama Tonga to become the new WWE Tag Team Champions.
I thought they may have held this back until WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But I think they want to move forward with the Wyatts and the MFTs.
Yeah.
And I think with the belts being hanging around...
I feel like that was in the way of that storyline.
For the MFTs now can get on with the... Because while the MFTs have the tag belts, they're always going to have to challenge somebody else.
Yeah, they can't concentrate on like the
But then the Wyatts are always going to be like, oh, we're going to interrupt. Whereas you take the tag belts away, and they can do their own thing, and then the MFTs can fight with the White Six. But I don't think they know what to do with Priest.
No. I think you said this, I also don't think Priest knew that they was going to win the belts.
Oh, you've agreed, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upon watching again, it's like he was
so elated.
It was just like, oh my god, what?
We've just won the title. Yeah.
I think he pulled the same face, kind of like we did when we saw it happen.
Yeah. I don't think he realised what?
Yeah.
As if he wasn't told. I mean, whether he was or not, I don't know. It'd be nice to know that he wasn't told.
Yeah.
Because you don't always have to know as long as the guy that's finishing knows he's finishing the match and what he's doing. Why does necessarily the other one have to realise what's going on?
Yeah.
But I don't think they know what to do with him because he's good enough to go for the heavyweight titles or the Universal. He's had it. He's good enough to do it. Yeah. He's a big guy. He gets powerful moves. He's popular. I like his entrance. He does have unique moveset.
Yeah.
And he's good enough to go for something bigger. But I just don't think he fits in the picture at the moment.
No, I think it's
with Orton,
struggling with who to go
McIntyre,
against.
Yes.
Exactly.
But he's certainly worthy of a title.
Yeah, definitely. We also had the Motor City Machine Guns defeating Fatu.
Oh, yawn.
Yay. Aleister Black defeated Sami Zayn, but only because Trick Williams got involved, distracting him.
Yes. Zayn, by the way, has a 2K26 rating of 89. That's 89. Wow. I've probably said this before, and I said it on the review of SmackDown, but he's never won the championship, either of them.
No.
So how is he on 89? He's 84 at best. Sorry, Sammy, if you're watching, but you ain't no 89. Sorry if all you Sami Zayn fans out there. It's just my opinion, which is what I did say at the start of the show.
Yes, very, very true.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, 89 is quite high, to be fair. Yeah.
I'd love to see what Cena's like. Cena must be in the game.
Oh, we need to check these.
He's going to be like 99, which is, I'll accept that. I will let that slide. He's been in the game a long time. He's super strong. He's not got the best agility. He doesn't have the greatest moveset. But he's got the strength. He's got the charisma.
He only needs the 5 moves.
89. I mean 99. He'll be on. Anyway,
fair,
carry on.
Absolutely fair. Yes, let's carry on. Carmelo Hayes defeated Ilja Dragunov and defended his United States Championship.
I'm hoping this is done now.
Yes, I don't need to see them
running it again. Unless Dragunov's like, oh, let's run it back. Oh no, I've had enough.
Yeah,
I don't need them to.
I don't mind seeing them together. It's fine, but it's just been quite a lot lately.
Yeah, it's enough now.
Yeah. And finally, the Irresistible Forces versus the Bella Twins ended in a no contest as Bliss and Flair came out and upset everything.
Yeah, I'm not sure where this is ending. Because this week we've got the Twins against Bliss and Flair, and on Raw next week we've got the Irresistible Forces against Bayley and Valkyria for the titles, which I don't think the Forces are going to lose just yet. But whatever happens, I'm still going with the Bellas winning the tag titles at Mania. I think it will. It'll just round it off.
I get it.
Lose them then a few weeks later.
Finish their story.
And then off you go.
Yeah. The OG women's tag team
Oh, okay.
actually getting, well, of your favourite era, the Divas era.
The Divas era, love it. I started SmackDown's review / episode / magazine show, whatever you want to call it, with the Tom Brady comment, if you remember. If you're not aware of what he said the WWE was cute and scripted. Who would have thunk it? Yeah, he's right, but I think maybe he's angling for a match at WrestleMania. And the guy I said he could face at Mania would probably be Gunther. He's the kind of guy that could teach him a lesson, show him it's real.
Yeah, just give him a chop.
But he didn't say it wasn't real.
No.
He said it was cute and scripted.
Yeah.
Which proves nothing apart from him being right, because he'll know the outcome.
Anyway, we also had Randy Orton.
Do you think that's his name? Or just the way that he likes to be described? Like, why not Happy Orton? Or slightly annoyed, but I'm gonna let it slide Orton?
Oh, so I have to put with done?
Yeah.
Good. We had Randy Orton saying he needs the killer instinct if he's to become 15-time champion. And I think I don't know when we've said this, but I think that's kind of going back to that legend killer phase of his life.
And he's been on the phone a lot.
Yeah.
You think he might be talking to his dad?
His dad. There's another thing that I've heard, and it's like
here we go on the great.
Which I liked.
He's
He's
talking to nobody.
Yeah, he's talking to the voices.
It's the voices in his head.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, wow, it's Randy Orton.
That is weird. Yeah, hello voices, how you doing? Yeah. Why would you need a phone? Just just stand there talking.
Because
to
it's
yourself.
just that in his mind, it's someone that he's talking to. You've never seen him. You've never seen the phone ring.
He's going to be part of the Whites.
You've never seen him answer it. He's just on it
just
already.
on it all the time. I'm not buying that. That's too freaky. White 6, give him a call.
Yeah, maybe
you need somebody. You need some. Yeah.
There was also B-Fab and Meechin teaming up with Jade Cargill to take out Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, which I
did quite like. The look
we
of
saw
them
that
together.
a few weeks ago when Cargill was talking to B-Fab. I mean, you think Meechin's going to get a title shot out of it?
But I don't know. They're looking too pally now. And I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, what are Meechin and B-Fab getting out of it? Just join me and then I won't keep beating you up.
TV time.
But the thing is though, B-Fab and Meechin got themselves in trouble by just going up to Cargill all the time. I'm gonna beat you up. So they started themselves.
Who do you think you are?
Whereas if they just kept away from Cargill, then they wouldn't have got beat up. But
very
there's
true.
got to be some payoff somewhere. I don't know.
Oh God. Jelly Roll and Kit Wilson went toe to toe in some slam poetry, which I think obviously you really enjoyed.
Shouting, yelling, moving my hands around. You know the one. It was quite funny.
Yeah.
And they do have a match on this week's SmackDown. Just save it for Mania. Maybe Mania's a bit big for Kit. You're not quite at that level, but
maybe the SmackDown before.
It's a bit silly season. But,
it is. Yeah. And finally, Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu just, falling to their deaths.
Fell to the deaths.
After Orton had broken maybe Matt Cardona's arm as well.
Yeah, put his arm in the chair, stamped on it.
Yep.
So, because they're like, oh, Matt, we ain't got anything for
so
you.
Everyone's injured and dead at the end of SmackDown.
Absolutely ridiculous, wasn't it? Yeah.
Loved it though.
We'll come back to what we may or may not see of them in a bit.
Yeah.
But just before we move on to Raw, I just want to say that the start to SmackDown was fantastic. Drew smashed his car into Jacobs, then he tore the window screen off, dragged Fatu out, and then he just started hammering on him, wailing on him on the bonnet.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want pandemonium, you want something to, as I say, draw you in.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's going on here?
And then I liked that it continued throughout the show.
Which,
you saw bits of it, and then it obviously at the end as well when they just
fell to the deaths.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Drew dragged him down.
So anyway, Raw had the Vision defeating the Usos after a disqualification, which now leads to a street fight next week for the tag titles, which I said on the Raw review, I can see the Usos losing because at the end of Raw, Jay said he wasn't bothered about them to Jimmy. So something's going to happen or catch Jay off guard.
Yeah.
Jay's going to go, leave Jimmy, then Jimmy's going to get battered. and then the
It's
Vision.
going to be Jay's fault. And,
and then the Vision will possibly win. I think they'll take the titles. Javon Evans defeated Grayson Waller. Okay.
Yeah.
Lyra Valkyria and Bayley, or as I like to call them, this is going to catch on. Baykeria. That is going to, you trust me, that will catch on. Anyway, Baykeria defeated the Kabuki Warriors, and now they will have a tag title shot against Lash Legend and Nia Jax next week on Raw.
Yeah.
So that's two tag title matches we've got next week. I don't think the Irresistible Forces will lose just yet.
No.
They've only just come into power. They ain't losing yet, unless it's some
They need
fluke.
to get going.
And then they'll win it back, but they're not losing yet.
No.
And then finally, Penta defeated Dominik Mysterio and defended his Intercontinental title, but only because Dom got distracted by Finn Balor. So basically, what's going to happen here is Dom will fight Balor somewhere down the line, but first Balor will have to go through JD, then Raquel Rodriguez, and then he'll face Dom.
What about Liv?
Yeah, no, she's busy with Stephanie Bakir.
Okay,
but that's basically how it goes. You go through the henchman.
Yes,
then
of course.
Then you come to the boss.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we know that overall.
I don't think he'll get past Rodriguez though. So.
Yeah, she'll tower over it. I think we know that Balor's going to win overall. I'd rather Dom, but got to have their faces winning.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's Dirty Dom. It's different, isn't it?
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
We also had AJ Lee putting her title on the line against Lynch at WrestleMania.
Which you thought she'd already done.
Yeah, I thought that.
I think
already been announced.
I think it's such a gimme. It's such an obvious thing.
Yeah.
Like, well, we know it's coming.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because I've been arguing for it. I'm like, oh yeah, they've got a match at WrestleMania. Like, so it's already set in stone in my mind.
No, it's going there.
No. Overfemi once again destroying Brock, which I liked.
Yeah.
Which I think he should.
Thing is though, yeah, he should. Not because they're both pretty much equally matched, but
with how they're building up Femi, they can't just have.
He's.
So I'm hoping
he's the younger guy. He's going to be that bit stronger. He's going to have more power.
Yeah.
So he should.
So,
have we seen his rating yet? I don't think we have we? It's going to be like 95.
But he's not. Isn't he still a free agent?
Yeah.
He's just
I don't
showing
think we've not seen Brock's either, have we?
No.
He's going to be 96. Femi be 95. Absolutely ridiculous. But then there's no charisma.
No.
There's no charisma. He does a good job, but you need a bit about you as well.
Yeah.
You need the mic skills. Like
that...
you.
And we ended with Punk getting a beating from Roman, but only after Jay told him to smash him.
Yeah. Reigns seemed to be done with Punk after landing the Superman punch. But then Jay encouraged him to go again, which obviously Roman did. I think Roman was like, I've landed the punch, that's it. But then he speared him, I think, and then beat him up on the outside.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if Jimmy's going to find himself on the outside with Jay once again aligning himself, possibly with Reigns. Jimmy was playing the more thoughtful brother, trying to keep things ticking over with the tag titles. But as I said earlier, Jay said he's not bothered about the titles.
Yeah.
So I do think the Usos are going to be divided once again. Possibly lose the tag titles next week against the Vision, because the Vision team needs something to do.
Yeah.
Because they've been absolutely decimated by injury, which is a real sour note, because I would have loved to have known what the plan was for the Vision.
Yeah.
Surely Breaker was going to be at Mania.
Yeah.
Upset.
100%.
And the thing is,
100%.
it's Seth as well. What would he have done?
I know.
He still would have had the
it?
title. That's why I'm not rating Punk, because he's just a placeholder. Whereas I think Seth would have held that title all the way till Mania, and then he would have either gone against Breaker because he'd have won the Rumble. But this is the backup plan. Oh, right, we'll give it to Punk. Right, who hates Punk? Right, Reigns. Right, we'll get Reigns winning the Rumble. I don't know what would have happened, but it would have been so interesting to see how it would have played out.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with this storyline. I am enjoying it.
Yeah,
They're building it nicely.
Well, yeah.
Fantastic.
But what could have been.
But what could have been. But anyway, Usos are going to lose the titles next week, I think. Give it to the Vision. And
Yes,
Jimmy's
we're
going to
kind of
align
how
with
things
Reigns.
going, yeah,
Sorry, Jay's going to align with Reigns. Jimmy's going to be kind of a bit of an
control
outcast.
him.
Yeah, and then Punk and Jimmy against Jay and Reigns as a little warm-up. Or LA Knight and Punk with Jimmy on the outside. I don't know. He can go anyway.
I know something we haven't mentioned. Seth Rollins was arrested.
Oh, yeah. And he's going to prison.
Apparently, yeah.
Because apparently Heyman's got an restraining order out on him. So he caught, and obviously Rollins didn't know, so he calls out Rollins. Rollins comes out, gets too close to Heyman. Heyman's like, oh,
Popo.
Get the popo out, and then they arrested Seth for
breaking the restraining order.
Restraining order. So that's written Seth out for a couple of weeks.
That's it. Give him a few more weeks to recover. Yeah, exactly.
Time, that's ridiculous. Right?
I know.
Oh, so that's Seth gone anyway.
Yeah. On to SmackDown this week. It promises.
Have we covered Raw? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. If I forgot anything, please let us know.
Yes. So this week's SmackDown promises Bliss and Flair against the Bellas. DQ more than likely.
Without a question, that's going to be DQ'd. Somebody's going to come out.
The
Forces.
Jackson Legend.
Legend come out, messing it all up.
I think you've already said Kit Wilson versus Jelly Roll, which I know you can't wait for.
Oh dear, that wouldn't have been easy, right? Jelly Roll wins. Like he's going to lose.
I know,
he's going to lose. Oh, old Kit Wilson, the jobber. I mean, it's true, innit? If it's true, I'm not wrong there. He's going to job out to Mr. Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Belly Roll. What?
I can't call him that anymore. And Julia defending her US title against Tiffany Stratton, which I think was announced last week.
I don't know if it was, but I think
we'd already heard it.
We alluded to Stratton possibly facing off against her for the US title at Mania because it's getting close. But there's no reason why we can't have these titles exchanging hands.
I wouldn't mind seeing the US title on Stratton. I think she'd do a lot more with it.
Yes, Julia doesn't do anything. She had it once, did nothing, went back to green. Julia won it back.
Still doing nothing.
Still doing absolutely nothing. It's all about Kiana James.
Yeah.
And that little tag scenario thing going on. And whether Stratton will win it this week, I don't know. She'll get it,
if she doesn't, it'll be because of some kind of involvement as opposed to her just losing.
Yeah, possibly. And then obviously we've got Drew and or Jacob, but they're probably.
I thought we'd said they did.
They'll be in hospital. Hopefully, brawling in the ward. Come on, we want some old school. They're in the beds next to one another. Yeah, Attitude Era. Hopefully they'll be in the next bed to one another, and then they'll draw back the curtain, and then they'll be like and then they'll just start fighting one another. But we can only hope.
I think that just about wraps everything up. If you do think that we have missed anything or wish to jump in on something that we've said, then please let us know in the comment section just down below.
If nothing else, I hope we've just brought a slight smile to at least one person.
Yeah,
just us, if nobody else, but that's all we ever want. Thank you for watching.
And hopefully we'll see you Saturday for SmackDown.